Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to All Things Academic with Aerika, aka Professor Loyd. On this channel, we talk about academic lifestyle and planning for passion and productivity. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a question that I frequently get: should I pursue a master's or a PhD? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some things to consider if you're thinking about pursuing a master's or a PhD. The first thing that you want to think about if you're considering pursuing a master's or a PhD, start with your own career goal and your desired career path. So some advice that I've heard that I think is really bad advice. Some students tell me that professors have told them, hey, you're a really smart student, you should get a PhD. And I think that that's terrible advice because you don't want to just pursue a degree without any goal in mind. You really want to think about, what's my desired career goal? Another piece of advice that I've heard from students is that other professors have told them that graduate school is a place to figure out what you want to do with your life. And I also don't agree with that piece of advice. So graduate school is a terrible place to try to figure out what you want to do with your life. So it's often a very short, compacted time frame, anywhere from 5 to 7 years, and there may be several very quick milestones. Graduate school is not a great place for you to try to figure out what you want to do with your life. Obviously, many people change their minds, change their career path, change their focus in graduate school, but the goal is not to enroll in graduate school and try to figure it out from there. So you really want to know, what is your desired career path or your desired profession, and what do you want to do with this degree? The second thing you want to ask yourself is, does my desired career path or my desired profession, does it require a specific degree? And there are lots of different places that you can find out what the degree requirements are for different professions. One place is the Career Center if you're a student. So you can do research through the Career Center. They often have information about different career paths. A really great place to learn about career paths is on the internet. So I'm in psychology, for example, and the American Psychological Association has developed a number of incredibly helpful resources to describe the different professions that one could pursue within psychology. So we have lots of different areas of psychology: industrial, organizational psychology, health psychology, developmental psychology, clinical, counseling, lots of different areas of psychology. And on the American Psychological Association's website, there are descriptions of the different professions within psychology and the level of degree that one might need. So you could do research, you could do your own research on the web. Another place that you might learn about the specific degree requirements for a specific position, or the degree requirements for a specific position, are through informational interviews. And through informational interviews, you simply interview people who have the job that you think you might be interested in, and you ask that person, how did they get the job that they currently have? What types of experiences helped them get the job? What do they like about their job? And you might also ask them, what would they change about their current position? And through informational interviews, you can learn about the different degree requirements that are required for a specific job. The third thing you want to consider is, do you love research? And the reason why I think that this is an important consideration is because most doctorate programs, most PhD programs prepare you to do independent research. And so if you're not a person who loves research, I come across a lot of students who hate research, not students that are a little further along in the program. We obviously all reach a point where we're incredibly frustrated by our research, we're incredibly frustrated by our programs, but I meet students that enroll in programs that don't like doing research. And a PhD program will be 5 to 6 to 7 years of doing research. So if it's not something that you really enjoy or love from the beginning, it will be incredibly painful for the next several years to be in a degree program that prepares you to do research if you don't love research. Honestly, I've never met a person who finished their degree and said, wow, that was the best 6 years of my life. So you want to go into the process with some excitement about research. And one way that you can learn about whether or not you love research is by working in different research labs. If you've worked in research labs and that really wasn't your thing and you really weren't interested in that, then it's one indication that a PhD program might not be the best option for you. Or if you didn't like writing research papers or doing research as an undergraduate in your classes, if you didn't enjoy learning about research or doing research in your courses as an undergraduate, that's another indication that a PhD might not be the route that you want to take. The fourth thing that you want to consider as you're weighing a master's versus a PhD program is cost. both in terms of finances and in terms of time. So obviously a master's program can run anywhere between 1 to 3 years, which is considerably less time than a doctorate degree, at least in the United States. Doctorate degrees can take anywhere from 4 to 7 years, but you do want to weigh the time that it might take you to complete the degree. It shouldn't necessarily prevent you from or dissuade you from pursuing a doctorate degree or a master's degree. The cost of the program and the time that it takes you to complete this program is something that you might consider. That said, there are many different reasons why someone might pursue a master's degree over a PhD. I myself decided to pursue a master's degree before a PhD because I wasn't sure if I wanted to enroll in a PhD program. I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit 5 to 6 years of my life to doing an advanced degree. But once I was enrolled in my master's program, I realized that I really did love research. I decided that the next step in my career trajectory would be pursuing my PhD. So from my master's program, I applied to PhDs. And one thing that I noticed about pursuing a master's program before pursuing a PhD was that it allowed me to mature in my thinking and to grow my research area before applying to PhD programs. It also prepared me for PhD programs in a way that my undergraduate degree did not allow me to kind of mature in my thinking. So the difference between undergraduate and graduate school, the goal of an undergraduate degree is to develop certain skills, and many times students display their mastery of the material, and a lot of times it's demonstrating to professors that you've learned the material that they have, that they designed the course to teach. But in a graduate program, you are generating knowledge, and many times professors will ask you to generate your own research projects, your own independent research projects. You will start to pursue your own independent research questions. And so there can often be a shift from undergraduate to a PhD program. I hope I've said something of value today as you're considering pursuing a master's or a PhD. Consider sharing this video with a colleague or a student, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.